So good morning students. Today I'm going to show you the practical of basic 256. I had told to install it through browser on your computer, but if you don't have computer, you can also install it on your mobile phone also. I'll share the link at the end of the class. So I hope you all are practicing the things which we had discussed, and this is an important chapter, basic 256, because it will be repeated in standard 8 also, standard 9 also. So one programming language, if you will understand it in a proper way, then it will be easier for you to understand any of the programming languages in future which you will be doing. Okay, so I have already discussed about the toolbars of this window. This is the title bar where it is already written untitled basic 256, means I haven't saved the program till now. That's where this is being shown. Then after that we have the menu bar where all the options, as you have seen in other application windows also, the menu bar is a common bar, and same way the toolbar. This standard toolbar where the icons are being placed, and icons get change according to the application which you are using. Since we are using an application where we are going to write the program and all, and we will be executing it, that's where run button is there, debug button is there, and new, open, save, these are the common ones which you have seen in most of the applications which you have done till now. So today first I'll show you a simple program like for adding two numbers, then we'll go for the this if-else statement. First simple if statement and then if-else statement. Okay, so let me start with the first one, that is addition of two numbers. For that, as I have already told, take two numbers, A equals to any number you take, 67 I have taken. Same way for B also, you take any number and then take the third variable where both of these can be added together. A plus B I have done. And now if you remember in standard 6, some of the commands of basic we had learned, so those same commands will be used in basic 256 as well, like print command for printing anything on the output screen, like input command for getting the data from the user. Okay, I think you all are knowing this. If not, I'm not going to use it now. First I'll explain it with the help of a presentation, or if possible an online class, and then only those commands I'll be using. Print command frequently will be used, but input command, once I'll explain, then only it will be used, so that you can understand. Otherwise there is no use of showing the practicals also, presentations also. Okay, so let's start. So we have done this. Now to print the value of C, which command I'll be using? Print C. Just like this, if I'll print, this is the text output screen. Here the value of C will be printed. Suppose you have written the program and some other person is running the program. Will he come to know what is getting printed? Like if I'll show you, for running the program, click on this run button, you will see the output here. You are knowing that this is the sum of the numbers which you had provided. But if a layman who hasn't created the program, he just wants to run the program, so for him or her, you need always make it a habit to give a message in front, like this is the sum of the given two numbers or sum of the given numbers, something like that. So it can be done just before print statement. You need to give within double quotes the statement which you want to give. Anything can be given, the sum of given numbers. If I'm using this big statement, given numbers, after that double quotes, this will be closed. Okay, and after that you will give a comma, so that these two, this is a variable and this is a string, static string. That's why we need to separate these two from each other. In between this separator will be used, that is a comma here. Now start running it. Run. Here the compiler error. See, in basic comma was acceptable, but here semicolon only will work, or plus will also work. Okay, to join two things, two type of data together, either plus or semicolon. Plus also I'll show how to use. Semicolon I have put and I am using. Can you see here the sum of given numbers? Whatever line I have written here, that only will be printed here. You write here A, B, C, whatever, that only will be printed there, and just next to that the sum is being given. Let's use plus sign also. Here I am deleting this one, I am using plus operator. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it is also working. So either you go for semicolon or plus operator, but comma is not acceptable in basic 256. That you must understand, because you all have done the programming earlier in which version? Basic, and there it was done. Okay, so this is done. So, so you have understood this addition of two numbers. Now let's start with the simple if statement. As I have told that if statement handles only the true part. Okay, so suppose in this program only I want to check whether A is greater than B or not. So if A is greater than B, if answer is true, then only you can print the statement. If false, no message will be displayed. Like here, I'm just removing these two statements from here. Okay, so how we have to write if statement? If you remember, first you will write if, then what is the first number? A. I want to compare it with B. If A is greater than B, what will be the output? It will be a Boolean variable, that is true or false. If it is true, then TN. This is the keyword. You will be writing this. The syntax of if statement is like this. Okay, then just shift the cursor this side so that a tabular tree-like structure can be created. Inside this, if it is true, what you have to do? I want to print that number A is greater than number B. So if it is true, do this. What you have to do? Print. Since it's a static term, I'll be writing number A is greater than number B, and then will end if. Always remember that you'll have to close if statement by using end if statement. So I have closed it now. Okay, so just see this here, the syntax first you need to learn. If you will write, then you will write the statement here, the conditional statement here. Conditional operators I had already told, greater than, less than, greater than, equals to, not equals to, all those things you will be using here. So here greater than B, then is a keyword, and whatever you want to do, if the statement is true, you will be writing inside if and then end if. So this if statement will, print statement will work only if A is greater than B. So start running it. See, the text output screen is empty because this statement is false. Just see the value of A, it is 67, and value of B, that is 78. A is greater than B? No. So it will not go to this line, it will jump to end if. That close this if statement, since the condition of the given statement, condition which you have given is false. It is not going to handle the false output. Understood? For handling false part, we have else part of if statement. Okay, so just see, after changing the value, I am making it 78, and this one I am making it 67. Now you execute it, you will see that number A is greater than number B. Okay, the spelling of number I have written here wrong. Number, and here B will be there. Now see, again you execute, you will see the change here. Understood? This is if statement. Okay. Next is, if this is false, what has to be done? Here only, after this print statement, you go under if, and there you write else. Else is that part of if statement which will be handling the false part of the given conditional statement. Like if A is not greater than B, then what you have to do? Just reverse of this, number B is greater than. So I'm just printing this, copying this line from here. I'll right click, copy, and I'll go to the else part, there I'll paste it and just reverse it, that if this condition is false, then number B is greater than number A will be printed on the screen. Now change the same value here, it is 67 and this one is 78. Now execute it. Just see, number B is, so if this condition is false, it will not come, the cursor will not come to this, it will jump to the else part. So this is the true part and this is the false part. I hope you have understood this if else statement, because using this only we are going to use another program. Okay, so let's start with another program now. Another program, I'm giving you an example. Suppose you want to find out whether a given number is even or odd. I think in the presentation also I had explained it. To find out whether a given number is even or odd, first you will divide that number by 2, and if the remainder is 0, then the number is even, otherwise the number is false. I hope you have understood this. For that, again take any number taken and then take one variable r, and there you save the remainder. How to take the remainder? By dividing the given number using the operator percentage. Percentage will give you the remainder part and slash will give you the quotient part. So we want the remainder part, that's why I have used which operator here? Percentage. So I'll check if r is equals to 0, if r is equals to 0, because here we are storing the value of remainder in r. So we'll compare r is equals to 0, then what you have to give? Given number is even. Given number is even. And if this condition is false, what you will print? You will go to the else part. There will type given number is odd. Given number is odd. Now execute it, run. Given number is odd. If you will divide 67 by 2, what will be the remainder? It will be 1. So it will go to the false part. Given number is odd. That's why it is getting printed. Given number is odd. Understood? Next, just change the value of a, like I am making it 58. So what will be the output now? It should, number is even. Clear? Next question, same way you can make many other questions, programming questions, which we'll discuss afterwards. Now just see, if you have more than 2 conditions, like one example also I had given in the presentation, I want to check whether a given number is positive, negative or 0. So we have how many conditions to be checked? 3 conditions. In that case, we will be using in else part another block of if else. Okay, let's start there. First you take a number from user, suppose a again I have taken, and I'll check here if this a is greater than 0. Just recall that number line. If a number is greater than 0, it will be positive. Given number is positive, in the true part I will type given number is positive. Then in the else part, you can check another block of if else statement. How to use it? If a is less than 0, then what you have to do? Then print given number is negative. And in this if else part, you will write print number is 0, and then end if. So this whole if else block I have written inside else part of and if. Just see, this whole block, this one whole block I have written inside else part of this if. So how many end if? One end if for closing this one and one end if for closing this one. Okay, now let's start running it. Number is positive. Make it minus 58. What will be the output? Number is negative. Make it 0. So depending on the condition, it will go to that printing statement. Like if the number is 0, if number is greater than 0, is this number greater than 0? No. It will go to which part? Else part. If the number is less than 0? No. It will go to which part? Else part. Number is 0. So I hope you all have understood this programming language, means this if else statement. More questions I'll be giving in the next class, and since I had promised that I'll be sharing the link I'm going to share here. Link is wait. Okay, I'll give the link at the end. Okay, so thank you and keep on practicing it. I'll give some questions in the assignment part. Okay, thank you.